So I do a lot of own boat tuition, and one thing I've come across is life jackets being a significant problem, particularly these inflatable life jackets. I came across one once that looked like this, and as you can see, it's not in a great state of repair. So what I'd suggest is get your life jacket, and at least once a year before the season starts, at a minimum, just have a check over, a quick visual of the life jacket. Now ideally I'd recommend you send it away to one of the service agents you've got locally. But in this case, a quick visual should be okay. So things we're looking for. To start with, you can see our actuator in here on this particular brand of life jacket has got a little tab in there which shows green, which means that the bottle should theoretically be unpierced. What we want to do is open it up and just check the condition of that bottle. Now, as I say, different life jackets, different mechanisms. Some have zips, some have Velcro and so on. Around the bottle, you've got a protective mechanism on only some life jackets. The cheaper life jackets generally don't have this protection. The reason for the protection is, as you saw in that clip earlier on, the bottle was severely corroded, and if they didn't have any protection, this is our inflating mechanism here. The bladder. This is our bladder, and if the bottle rubs on that bladder, it'll eventually, over time, as you wear it, it'll actually wear a hole through the bladder. So if you need it, you inflate the life jacket, it inflates and then promptly deflates because you've got a hole worn in from the bladder. So make sure that the bottle is covered by the protective gear there. All right, so what we're going to do is just open it up fully, have a little look, and we'll see what's over on this side, over here. And you can see this is our inflate deflate valve, and this is a whistle. Got some reflector bands, and the importance of those were illustrated in a previous video. And this is our bladder. I'm going to inflate it shortly just to show you what it's like when you inflate. There's a tag here to pull someone out of the water. This presents itself when you inflate the life jacket. Okay, now crucially, to test the bottle, what we do is we unscrew it. I don't know if you can see, but it's gone to red, indicating that, well, there's no bottle present or the bottle has been pierced. And then what we do is we bring in our baking scales, turn them on, and on the side of the bottle, you'll be able to see it says 157. So that's 157 grams. And we should find that this bottle, if it's still full of gas, weighs 157. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but it says 158 grams. So the bottle is good. So 1 gram over, that's fine. Plus or minus a gram is okay. If it deploys, it'll probably lose about 30 grams if it's empty. Okay, so let's show you what it looks like when we inflate a life jacket. And we just Velcro that, put it back together, and then when you need the life jacket, we just give it a pull from the side. Ooh. Blimey, that's a tricky one to activate. And there you go. That's your inflated life jacket. Now, to test it, the best thing to do is, you don't have to inflate it, obviously. Inflating it, you expend a gas bottle, about 30 bucks to replace the bottle. You can instead remove the bottle and then blow it up orally. So now I'm going to take the empty bottle, you can see with the pierced top on it, put it on the baking scales again, and you can see it now weighs 124 grams. So you know that bottle is empty. Now we leave that life jacket for 24 hours, and if it's still inflated, in 24 hours time, we know it's pretty good to go. Now this is a manual inflate life jacket. Some have got an auto inflate section, which is down here, which is released on contact with water. And finally, to get the air out, or the CO2 out of the life jacket, just turn the cap around the other way, and that's how we deflate it. And then we just deflate it and roll it up and pack it in. Yeah, so as I said in another previous video as well, life jackets, it's a good idea to have the lights on them. If you're out at night, you shouldn't just be relying on the life jacket itself. It should have a light attached to it. If you're going out, solo on a boat, it's a good idea to have an automatic inflate. Now when you do pack these, I would suggest make sure that you're careful with this actuator. You saw I had a little bit of trouble activating it earlier on, so make sure you don't pack it with it around that way and then the inflator tag going out, because when you try to pull it, it won't activate. And always make sure that you don't tuck the dingly dangly inflator cord inside the life jacket when you pack it up. It must always be left dangling out. And as I say, look, it's always best done by a professional, but if as a bare minimum, you can take it home and test yourself. And they're just some very, very basic checks on a life jacket just to make sure that it'll be good and hopefully last you the season. Hope that was useful. Like and follow us if you'd like to see some more videos, and we'll catch you in the next.